So we're going to make today crispy honey soy pork belly. So this is a pork belly that I bought from my butcher, and Josh is going to prep it for us. So the first thing we're going to do is cut the bone off. Now most pork belly will come with this bone. We don't need to cook it with the bone in. So what we do is we take the bone off, and we definitely do not throw the bone away. What we do with the bone is we're just going to pop it into a freezer bag, and we're going to put it in the freezer, and we're going to keep it, and we're going to use it for stock somewhere down the track. So what Josh is going to do now is he's actually going to score the skin of the pork, and this is what's going to help it crackle in the longer run. So every about 1/4 inch, Josh is running his sharp knife across the skin of the pork, and he's not going all the way through the fat. He's really just touching the top of that fat layer. What I did this morning with the pork is I actually took it out of the bag that I'd purchased it in. I dried it, and then I put it back into the refrigerator without covering it. And what that's done is it's actually made the skin on the pork a little bit harder, and that's made it easier for Josh to score it, but it also gives us the best chance of getting really nice crackling at the end of our cook. So Josh is going to rub in 4 teaspoons of Chinese 5 spice all over it, so including the crackling, the sides, the ends. And what we're then going to do is we're just going to leave the pork out of the refrigerator, because we're going to bring it up to room temperature before we put it in the oven. See what I mean by it gets a bit messy? Mm-hmm. When it comes time to actually cook this, we are going to be prepping like a marinade as well, and the pork actually gets cooked in the marinade. But for now, we're just going to let it rest and bring it up to room temperature.
Okay, so we're going to start adding all of our ingredients into the bowl.
And this is for our pork belly glaze, Josh.
That is correct.
So that was the dark soy, just popped in.
Soy, rice wine vinegar, pepper, local honey from Joe Long. Honey Effects, I believe, is the
Honey Effects, and Joe is one of our local honey producers in Poolesville.
Poolesville, Maryland.
Poolesville, Maryland.
For all those on the wide world web all over watching us.
And we cook with Joe's honey. So Joe and us, Foodies, Farms and Friends, we have a relationship. So when we use honey, we use Joe's honey, and it's absolutely delicious.
And I think once the spring rush dies down for Joe, we're going to do another session strictly on cooking with honey, and we'll have him join us, talk to us a little bit about what goes into the process of making honey. Get a nice coating on all of the meat. I'm going to pour the rest on the top. We're going to cover it with foil, put it in a 300-degree oven for a couple hours. Okay, so we're now going to take our pork Cover it with aluminum foil. And we're going to put it in the oven, 300 degrees, for 2 hours.